Record. All right, there we go. Yes, so we're going through tangent arcs today. Let's go back on our diagram. Here we go. Everyone is here. We have 10 persons or 9 persons in attendance. You have 2 of me. Let's continue. So we're drawing something called tangent arcs. And I gave the example that this object has curvature that is made by an arc on 2 lines. Now we're understanding that, well, if you drew a 90 degree, let's zoom in a little bit closer. Oh no, I can't zoom in, my bad. If you look at this object now, it had a 90 degree line going up, right? We're not only looking at the fact that we're trying to get the arc to bisect that line, we could get the arc to touch both lines. Everybody understand? Everybody understand? Yes, sir. No, sir. Maybe so, sir.
No, sir.
All right, let's go it again. What is a 90 degree line? You have a horizontal line and a perpendicular one going up. That's a 90 degree, right?
Yes, sir.
What if you don't want just an arc to bisect that to make it a 45? You want the arc to touch both lines so you can make a shape. Right? So you want to make this curvature. You can't just use an arc that's outside to bisect it. You have to use something called tangent arcs to touch both lines without ever going over it. So if you look at Roman numeral 4, you'll see the arc that is being made. But let's look at the steps. Right. So if you look at step 2, same as how when you make your angles, you essentially make a compass arc that touches both lines. That's the first step. You're going to label that your R. Okay? Now, remember when you were bisecting lines, you took one compass and put it at the point where it touches the perpendicular and swap an arc out. Everybody remember that? All right, let me slow down. Let me slow down because slow down. All right, there we go. You should see the picture better now. Follow with me. Let me accept Cameron. Welcome, Cameron. Welcome. All right. Cameron, how you doing today, buddy? How you doing? Welcome. Nice to see you. So now, Cameron, let me just do a quick revision for Cameron. Cameron, we're essentially finished with triangles. Oh, Christoph is here as well. Wow, we have the whole party today. Right, we're essentially finished with triangles, circles, not really circles, but we're finished with triangles, quadrilaterals, and polygons. We're now trying to say, well, sir, I want to design the best gaming console. But to design the best gaming console, you need curves in that device, right? So you're going to learn now how to create curves from arcs. That's where we're at. Okay, so look.
Sir, Audrey's in the waiting room apparently.
No, he's not. I'm on the waiting room and I don't see him. Tell him to rejoin again. Okay? Let's continue.
So basically we're going to be making gaming consoles now.
Basically. We're going to try to design any shape that you want using arcs. Okay. So the first step is that you have to have 2 lines. Obviously, you have to have an angle that is met by 2 lines. So we're going to use a 90 degree first. You're going to now take your compass, go out any distance, and make an arc touching both lines. That arc that touch both lines at T and T below at Roman numeral 2, right? That's going to be called your R, your radius. Okay? Now, using your radius, you're going to go at the upper point T, swipe an arc outwards, but this time you're not bisecting it. So it's the same process of bisecting a line where you just draw a line that touches both arcs out. Everybody remember that?
Yes, sir.
But in this step, instead of drawing just a line, we're going to now basically do a 180 and say, well, don't just draw a line from the origin, actually make another arc. So you're going to use that point of intersection now and swipe an arc, the same R distance, right? And touch both line T at the upper point and lower point. And let's explain why. Guys, do you remember when we were drawing circles and triangles in circumscribed? What happened? Did the triangle go over the line or did it stay perfectly in the boundary?
Perfectly in the boundary.
Perfect. Right, because we gave it a distance that was the entire length of the circle itself. Okay? So in this case, all right, Audley, I see Audley now. So Audley, welcome. I didn't see you in the waiting room, so that's why I asked to rejoin. Welcome. We have the whole house.
No. Sir, I was on the portal trying to join from there.
There you go. So that was the reason.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I won't repeat anymore because my throat is tired. I've been talking a lot. So I record it, right? And I'm gonna upload it to the school's website in like 20 minutes. You're gonna have the entire recording, you're gonna go back over what I was saying. So we're essentially now drawing a gaming console, as someone said. We're gonna be looking at how can we make a curve from two lines. We're gonna use a distance, any distance that touches both points using an arc. That's gonna be called your upper T and your lower T. Do you see the diagram too? No, any distance that you use R, you're not gonna change your compass. You're gonna use that same distance R now to plot like you were bisecting the line. So you would go at the upper point T and swipe an arc right here. Right there. Man, I wish I could have just zoomed in, but I can't. All right, you're gonna create an arc at right here using the same distance R, then go at the same point, lower T now, and swap another arc to intersecting it. Now, what does this look like oddly? Do you remember what this would have done if you draw a line between the origin to there? That would have been started B. That would have been right. Perfect. So you got it right. That's 100 marks I'm giving in the exam. So that would have been bisecting the line, right? But instead of drawing just a line, you're gonna learn now how to basically make a curve using that bisecting point. So using the same R again, you're gonna touch the upper point T and the lower point T. Now, what shape does this look like, guys? Because C would have been our center, all right? The R would have been our radius. What shape does it look like we're making? R starts with C. Right. So tangents making on both lines essentially make half of a circle or a quadrant on a circle. That's what you need to understand. So you're gonna do the step for me, but it's not gonna be homework. I'm giving you guys a break because you guys have been doing very well, right? But I do want to talk to a couple persons after class: Isaac, Ariane, Christoph, and Cameron. After class, I want to talk to you for a bit, but everyone has been doing exceptionally well. So I'm giving you guys a break for the rest of the week so you can apply the knowledge of technical drawing to your other subjects, because that's the whole goal.
Yes, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Today I'm going to finish up the 3 assignments you gave us.
Right.
I'm just going to sleep for the rest of the day.
Right, exactly. So you're gonna.
Yes, sir. Did you update it? Because
no, I'm gonna message the school board and see what exactly is happening with the portal, because it was working last week, but now I can't even allow you guys to submit. So I'm gonna figure out what is happening there. So not a problem.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So now you're gonna practice this, but it won't be great. You just do it as a little fun exercise. Try to design your own, basically your own shape using these lines. So that was the first one, using tangent arcs on a 90 degree. There's another arc now that we're gonna create using acute angles. Can anyone tell me what they think acute angles mean? And we're not talking about a girl. We're talking about the word ACUTE.
Yes, it's less than 90 degrees.
Perfect. So now we're gonna be getting a precise arc rather than just a circle. Because if you had a circle, remember, a circle is 360 degrees, right? Revolution. Everybody remember that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if I was to make an arc in that circle, it would have had to be at a 90-degree axis. So it would have only been a perfect circle. So it would have just given me a practically a quadrant of a circle. But if I have a acute angle now, that would have made me get a smaller, more complex arc based on the simple fact that it's less than 90 degrees. So it wouldn't be a circle anymore. It would have just been a original shape or design. So if you look at this diagram for me, let's go closer. All right, do you see this diagram?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now you're gonna see that acute angle, which is about 60 degrees, based on my calculation with my eyes. It's about 60 degrees, right? And you can make a shape that looks like a, what is it called? PS4 hand section. That's basically how you do it. So let's look at the steps. Let's go back up here. Right.
Sir, one question though. Is it always going to be 60 degrees, or are you going to tell us which degree you want us to do it?
I'm going to tell you which degree. So, for example, the question said, given an arc of, let's say, 45 degrees, you're going to plot me a tangent arc touching both the AB and the AC. Could have been any angle. It could even be less than 10 degrees, but compasses aren't so precise. So you would have had to use your own discretion to figure out that. Right? But I will give you the angle and you plot the tangent arc. Right? So your task for me, let's go to the task. We're going to go through it step by step together. So the first step, you're going to create a 30-degree angle for me. That's the first step. So I want you guys to do it along with me. So you don't have any homework, but just doing this with me right now. So everyone turn on your cameras. Cameras. Come on. Is that a DVD symbol? Okay, that's cool. All right. So now you're going to practice this and you're going to create your own complex design as a little fun exercise, and I'll look at it next week. All right? So do this in your spare time. Get familiar with just creating complex designs using just tangent arcs. Right? So the first task we're going to learn is you're going to create a 30-degree angle for me quickly. The line will be any length. Just make sure that it's an angle. Right? When you finish that, let me know. Okay. Let me give you a moment. So let me show you what is next. Let's go back up here. Okay, everyone finished?
No, sir. 1 sec, please.
All right.
1 minute.
All right. Not a problem.